Hey guys, my name is Max and welcome to my movie channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a impromptu review on all of these films in the 4-film collection. Bloody Murder 2, Deadly Species, and Junior. Now this is my 4th attempt in filming this review. I filmed it 3 other times and each time the data was corrupted. I don't know what's going on, but we're here now. Let's get through this. Now, I will start by saying anytime you buy a 4-film collection or a 3-film collection, they even have 10-film collections, and you don't recognize any of the titles, that's a pretty good indication that these are going to be lower budget films, like something you would expect to see on the Sci-Fi Network. And there's nothing really wrong with that, but you do have to be careful because there is one horrible movie in here, and there are 3 okay movies. Now let's get into the review, starting with Bloody Murder. Bloody Murder was pretty good. It's like a poor man's Friday the 13th. Again, it's like a B movie, something you would expect to see on the Science Fiction Channel. There's really not a lot of blood. There are no on-screen kills that I can remember. It's about a local legend that pretty much has a hunting ground, on Camp Placid Pines. The guy's name is Trevor Morehouse, and that's pretty much the movie. A bunch of people die, but you don't really see it, and you don't see any gore. And so, but it was okay because it was well written, and the acting was actually pretty decent. So I'm going to give Bloody Murder Part 1, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Now moving on to Bloody Murder 2, that's the sequel in which Trevor Morehouse somehow comes back. I will say that it is the exact opposite of Bloody Murder 1. There are a lot of on-screen kills. There is a lot of gore. The acting is a little bit better. And I will say this, the storyline and the writing was a lot better than Bloody Murder 1. There were twists that I didn't see coming, and it was really surprising and refreshing, and I truly appreciated Bloody Murder 2. So it was a great sequel, and it really tied the story up very nicely. Now, so for Bloody Murder 2, taking all that into consideration, and mind you, these are B movies that we're rating. So for a B movie, I'm going to give Bloody Murder 2, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. A little bit better than the first. Now, let's move on to the worst film in this collection, and that is, Junior. Junior is a horrible film, guys. Honestly, I hate it. It was very dull. It dragged along. There was nothing really going on. There were a couple of on-screen kills, but the gore and the special effects just really were not that good. The characters, the actors were unbelievable as human beings, let alone as people in the film. They don't say things that normal people say. They don't behave in manners that normal people behave in. So it was very strange. It was like I was watching a film from a different planet. And I will say this, I am positive that if you played Junior to the prisoners in Guantanamo Bay on a 24-hour loop, you could successfully extract information from them. It is that bad. Do anything to make it stop. Now, the tagline for this film is, he's only a scream away. Maybe a scream of frustration because this film was horrible. I'm going to give Junior a 0 out of 10, and that's me being a nice guy because I could go negative in this film. I could give it a -10, a -20 if I really wanted to, but I'll give it a 0, because I just don't feel like being that mean. But it is horrible. So when you buy this 4-film collection, by the way, just consider it a 3-film collection. Okay? Now moving on to Deadly Species. That was a nice surprise, Deadly Species. I really liked it. It takes place in the Florida Everglades. If you guys don't know, I live in Florida, and I live about 45 minutes to an hour away from the Everglades by car, maybe a little bit less on a good day with light traffic. So it was really cool to see the Everglades and just what they did and the cinematography and how they used the foliage and the trees and nature out there to benefit the film. And I will say that there were on-screen kills, and that were pretty cool. There was a lot of gore. The acting was pretty good, but the writing wasn't all that good. It was okay. I could totally follow the storyline. It was a coherent storyline, so I'll give it that. But honestly, it's not really winning any Academy Awards for Best Director, Best Screenwriter, or anything like that. But it stands up and it holds its own in this 4-film collection, and it way outshines Junior. So I'm going to give Deadly Species a 5 out of 10. It's a pretty solid B movie, and it's worth a watch, especially if you don't have anything to do. I would say pop in this 4-film collection, actually, excuse me, the 3-film collection, and make it happen. It's good for an afternoon of entertainment. And one final thing before I wrap this up. When you buy this, it costs $5, by the way, at least it did for me. So just a heads up before you do buy it, you're going to get 2 double-sided DVDs, and that's how the films are going to come onto this set. So 2 double-sided DVDs. All right, now let's just wrap it all up once more. We have Bloody Murder for B movie, 5 out of 10. Bloody Murder 2, 6 out of 10. Junior, 0 out of 10. Again, they're lucky I didn't go negative. And Deadly Species, a 5 out of 10. Guys, this is a pretty solid 4-film collection, especially if you can get it for $5. I've seen it on Amazon for $2 used. So if you can do that, go ahead. Why not? Give it a shot. This is actually a pretty good collection if you just extract Junior. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching my 4-film collection impromptu review, the 4th attempt at it. Hopefully my camera doesn't mess up this one and I can post this onto YouTube. My name is Max. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another impromptu review soon.